Good morning, welcome back. It's about 10 o'clock and I've done all my parcels and I'm loaded up ready to drop them off at the Every. Luckily everything's going to Every. Saying that, I've got to pop towards Skegness anyway, so I'm going to drop my parcels and then I'm going to go to the antique centre at Burgh. Try and have a little bit of a sort out. I've got a little bit of stock for there. I'm going to ask them just how much I've taken this month, because last month was pretty awful. So we might have to reevaluate things there. So yeah, that is the plan this morning. I'm back in the car and it's about 20 to 2. I went to the antique booth and I looked at the takings and it wasn't great again. So we're meeting with the lady who runs it tomorrow morning to discuss maybe getting a smaller space that's not as expensive. We'll see about that. And then I thought I really fancy a trip out somewhere. I watched this morning while I was having my breakfast, Finds. Is it the vintage store they're called? The two guys in Spain. And they're actually back in the UK at the moment. And they were doing a charity shop in Peterborough. And I was like, oh, I really fancy a bit of a mooch around the charity shops. So I thought I would pop to Alford this afternoon. Alford, not quite sure which way it's pronounced. And then I thought, oh, it's Wednesday afternoon and it's only a small little town, and Wednesday afternoons used to always be half-day closing. So I think I'm going to go to Louth, because Louth's a little bit further, but it's a much bigger place and less likely to have everywhere closed when I get there. So off we go. Opposite the Boar's Head, there is a car park next door. There's a road called Aswell Street, and if you walk down Aswell Street, there's an antique centre on both sides. And my space is in the old coach house, which is on the right hand side as you come down from the Boar's Head. Just had a quick tidy up of my space and put those lovely baskets out. It's very windy, so I bet you can't hear me. That shop's never been open until today. It's quite interesting. I did get one little purchase. I will show you later. This is the bottom of Aswell Street. There's a pub. And then you're in the centre. And here's the first charity shop. So I walked around the town centre with every intention of doing a bit of vlogging, but it was so noisy everywhere. Lorries delivering, kids screaming. It is kids' holidays, isn't it? Cars revving engines. It was just crazy busy. And all the shops were busy with people as well, and music playing. So I'm heading back up out of town, back up Aswell Street. Thought I'd pop in the other antique centre, have a little mooch before I go home. The Old Maltings is across the road from the antique centre that I'm in Louth. So it's lots of different traders who rent spaces or shelves and kit it out with the stuff they want to sell. It's mostly set out like little rooms, so you can see that each trader has a different kind of style and things that they pick up. It's really interesting. It's full of really interesting and lovely stuff. You can easily spend an hour or so in there. It's quite a big antique centre. So, and then don't forget to cross the road and go to the old coach house as well. So you can easily kill a few hours between the two antique centres. Really, really cool stuff. In a minute you'll see this weird monkey dish thing. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I liked it. But I have no idea what it is. Answers on a postcard if you know what it is. Here we go. I've also just noticed that behind the monkey is some weird sort of little bulldogs, are they, with muzzles on? How bizarre. If you want something unusual, weird and wonderful, then antique centres are definitely the place to go, because that's where you're going to find it. And this one is absolutely ram-packed full of stuff. Selling in antique centres is definitely a good way to start trading in antiques and collectibles. It's a good way to get an eye for what things you like to sell, how you sell them, how you price them up, what sells, what doesn't, that kind of thing. Before you go ahead and rent some space, I would really think about the types of things you're going to sell. So do you need like a room, or is a shelf unit enough, or even a glass cabinet? The only thing with glass cabinets is that it's very restricting on the size of stuff that you can sell. So I'm not keen on selling from glass cabinets, but if you were to trade in, I don't know, coins or jewellery or something like that, then a glass cabinet's ideal. I'd always visit an antique centre multiple times before deciding to rent a space there, just to get an idea of the footfall, what the people who run it are like, and all that kind of thing. It's good to get an idea of what you're getting yourself into. One thing that I often think about is I love vintage antiques and all the weird and wonderful, but I still rarely give it to other people as gifts, only because it's hard to know other people's feelings on secondhand stuff, and it still feels a little bit wrong giving a secondhand gift. What's your thoughts on it, and how do we change that mentality and get everybody on board with reusing and seeing the value in things that aren't new? Certainly with quality and longevity, things that were made in the past have got a lot more staying power, haven't they? They're less likely to end up in landfill. So I just feel like it's better value all round. But yeah, it's just getting us all on board with it, isn't it? Now, I do have a big apology to make. I've been trying to do this voiceover while the whole time my stomach has been making the most ridiculous noises. I've stopped and started quite a few times, but it just won't stop. So if you can hear my own stomach, I apologise. And we're home. It's nice to come back to the peace and quiet. I'm just not used to people. Anyway, thought I'd give you a little bit of a haul, charity shop haul. I did get, not many things, a pair of brass candlesticks with a nice swirly design. I might put those on my website if you're interested. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So that's those. I got a nice tin. Again, it's one of these sort of made to look old. It's actually Marks and Spencer's. It says 90, so I wonder if that's from 1990. But yeah, isn't that sweet? Look at the design around here as well. Really pretty. What did it have in it? Does it say? No, doesn't say. But isn't that sweet? So I'll put that on my website as well. And then this, I couldn't resist this. Is it got a maker's mark? Has it got a maker's mark? I don't think so, not one that I can see. So it's got like this terracotta bottom with the dark brown glaze and then this gold pattern. Lovely how it's gone in like a line all the way up, and then they've done this flower and grasses sort of pattern. But it's just a beautiful colour, like a rich dark brown with this gold and other glaze in it as well. Isn't that lovely? So I got that. I got this. So it's brass at the bottom, copper on the top. The reason I got it is because little brass and copper planters seem to go quite well on eBay. So I thought I would give it a go. I'm hoping that Darren can do a bit of magic and make that look just a little bit better than it does. So that's that. And finally, another random thing, little Chinese box. Couldn't wait to see what was inside it. And there are some brushes in there. Now, they are looking a little bit ropey. And they feel a bit sort of, I don't know, stiff. So I'm thinking I'm going to put them in water and see if I can reshape them. They've got some Chinese writing on there. Can you see? So I'm assuming these are for like the Chinese style writing, or anyway, the Chinese inks that you can usually get. But yeah, thought that was worth a punt. That was the lot. Not loads and loads, but yeah, hopefully I'll put the brass candlesticks. I'll put the M&S tin and this one on my website if you're interested. This I think is an eBay thing, and this we'll wait and see what it looks like when Darren's done a little bit of magic. Hello, here we are 24 hours nearly later. It's actually about 1ish on Thursday. All the days roll into one, they don't. I've brought out a collection of things. I think you're slightly skew, so let's straighten you up a little bit. To go along with the candlesticks and the tin and the planter that I showed you yesterday. I'd already picked out some bits from my website, so I'm going to show you these as well so that you've got plenty to choose from. Right, we'll start with some little stuff. I've got this little set of coasters, you know, like the bamboo-y wicker, whatever you want to call them. This sort of thing. So I'll put that on my website. They are, written it down. Wicker coasters, £3. Absolute bargain in their own little container. If I can see the price easily, then I'll tell you. And if not, I'll pop it one way or the other. Oh, cute little pottery frog. Look at his face. He's contemplating life, look. He's like this. Let's think about our next step. I like the spots on his back. Look, he's got these big spots. So, pottery pig, can I see him? No, he's not a pig, he's a frog. £4. There we go. Pigs. Right, we've got a bit of a pig theme going on. So I've got this kind of decoupage pig. Isn't he lovely? Yellow tones, floral, almost paisley looking. He's felt on the bottom to stop him scratching your surfaces. It's got a gold tail and snout and ears. He's £6. And then another pig. We've got the pig doorstop. He's a modern thing. He's a resin one. His little tail's cute. He is £5. And then final pig is the stone one. He's heavy, really, really heavy. It's like carved soapstone. And then they've painted his eyes red. Look at there's his tail. He's lovely, really tactile. He does have the odd scuff. Can you see there's some scuffs there? I don't know whether you can polish those out or not. I don't know. I've never tried that with soapstone before. But he's lovely. He's got some weight to him. So he's £8. What's next? A bit of classic quality. I've got this bud vase, crystal, Thomas Webb, made in England. Isn't it pretty? For like a single stem or a smaller flower. Really, really pretty that. Glass bobs, Thomas Webb, £6. Can't go wrong with that, can you? A couple of vintage mugs. So we've got Winnie the Pooh, and we've got Tigger, made in England. So vintage ones. That one's got a honey pot inside. That one's got like a flower on the inside. They're lovely. No idea. I'll put the price up somewhere. So I'm going to do them individually. Winnie the Pooh or Tigger. I'll put the price up there for you. This is lovely. Bit of quality china. It is Minton. The pattern is Saturn fine bone china. So it's white with a dark blue rim with a gold trim going around it there. And the same on the cup. It's in good condition. The only thing I could see that was a slight fault is just there. Can you see? Almost looks like it's got a tiny scratch on the glaze there. But that one is, can I find it? Where's the price? If you like to drink your tea out of proper china, that's the way to go. Oh, what's next? What's next? Oh, do you like these onion pots? Look at his face. Onion. Now, he's not Silvac one or Sadler one. It's not marked. It's a little bit rough there underneath. It feels almost like chalkware. It's very light. It doesn't have chips, but it's not. How can you see that? Can you see there? That's in under the glaze there. There's a little bit of like a fault in that. But I just think it's so cute. There's a little bit of the glaze missing from there. It's not a chip, but it's just where the glaze hasn't quite covered all of the ceramics. But look at it, face. Have I got the price? £8, that one. Gorgeous. I've got this pair of candle holders that's still in their box. French glass. How pretty. Really lovely with a candle in on a Christmas display or a dinner table. Really, really lovely. And they're still in the original box. The original box does have some signs of age, but yeah. So those are there. Do I have the price? It doesn't work when I've got a list because I can't scan through it quick enough. So I will put the price up there. Showing you that, showing you that, showing you that, showing you that, showing you that. Oh, this is lovely. Look at this. It's a box, clearly. It's etched around the sides here. It's got this aged look to it. I don't think it's that old, but it's got an aged look to it. Almost like a pineapple on the top there. Felt underneath. and then painted gold inside. It's not real gold, don't get your hopes up, but all mirrored all the way around and on the top. Isn't that lovely? It's got some weight to it, feels like quality. Another weighty thing is this pair of horses. So white metal. I'll show you one at a time. So this is the first one. It's the face. And then this is the second one. And I'm selling them as a pair, so you will get both of them. So they can stand like that. And I'll put the price up here. So that's those. I'm going to lie those down because I'm scared they're going to fall and knock into something. We're getting there. We're getting near the end. Okay, I've got a set of napkin rings. I've got 6 of these. Little brass apples with the ring on the back like that. Really gorgeous. How sweet. I mean, they'd look lovely on a dinner table, especially if it's like a summertime thing or a Easter thing or something like that, or even an autumn, like harvest time. Apples are harvest time, aren't they? I'm sure you could use them at Christmas as well. And there's 6 of those. 3 more there. So 6 in total of those. I think I'm getting to the end. This was the one that I said I would show you. I had it hanging out. It smells much fresher, but I would probably recommend giving it a wash. So it's like woven. Like, can you see this? Woven like pink and a sort of light green, and then the other side is like this. And I'm going to step back and hold it up for you. And I'll tell you what I used to use it for. I've used it when I did a vintage fair to put over a big table because it's very big. I've used it as to put over a table when I had my Christmas decorations out. So I had it over the table and then a Christmas tree on top in the shop. It's in pretty good nick. There might be the odd mark. But it's highly disguised within the pattern. It is vintage. I got it from an auction a few years ago. So I think that is everything. I hope there's something there that takes your fancy. I tidied my office the other day, managing to keep it not too bad. That's all the stuff that I've just shown you that I need to put on my website. That is work in progress, but yeah, look at all this space. But it has reminded me that I forgot to show you these. That's my rubbish bag, don't judge. So I'm going to put these on my website as well. We've got a Beryl Cook print at the seaside. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Kids are eating ice cream. That lady's out floating on a rubber ring. And then we've got another one of these Sybil Andrews prints. Let's see, sometimes they've got the name on the back. Oh yeah, what does it say? Sybil Andrews Football 1937. That's cool, isn't it? And then finally I have going to put this one on as well. Oh, you can see me better in the picture. The hare's dancing around the moon. And it does say the artist on the back, Mandy Walden. So if you're interested in any of those 3, they'll be on my website too. So temperatures have cooled down a little bit. Hello, Benji. So I can sit in the conservatory again. It's been so hot we've not been able to use it much. You're already up. Are you coming up? Yeah, you're coming up. Time for cuddles. These 2 do love a cuddle. I told you we went to the antique centre. You have to sit up there. You're up there, are you? Perched. Oh, he's licking my arm now. Stop licking. Stop licking. Anyway, I'll try and ignore him. We went to the antique centre at Burgh this morning and we've discussed it, and we're having a smaller space. So at the moment I've got those big shelves, which I've never been that keen on, to be honest. They're sort of industrial shelves and things just don't really sit nicely. So this is going to be a much smaller space, so I'm going to have to think what I put on there. But it's quite a bit cheaper as well. So that's what we're going to do from the beginning of September. So that's going to take me a little bit of work to sort through all that stock and work out what's staying and what's coming back and what's going to go on eBay or Louth or website or whatever. Anyway, that's not a job for today. Today I'm going to try and get a few bits listed on eBay, and yeah, basically. But I'm going to round up the vlog anyway. Got a busy weekend with things. It's my friend's wedding on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. Hoping the weather's good. I haven't looked at the forecast. Fingers crossed. I should maybe just try on my full outfit. I haven't even done that, have I? Didn't practice walking in my shoes, so I could be walking like a cowboy. I wonder if I need some ties. Oh, anyway, these are all thoughts that I can do off camera. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your support. Benji says, see you soon. If you could leave me a positive comment and a thumbs up, it's really appreciated. If you enjoy my gentle vlogs, then please do subscribe. There's links to all my social media and stuff in the description box, and there's also the names and addresses of the antique centres down in there as well if you wanted to visit while you're in Lincolnshire. Thank you so much. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.